Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of video of the Link to the Past Randomizer. As you recall in the past few videos, and can see from our tracker, we got the bow which had allowed us to beat. It allowed us to beat the Palace of Darkness and the Eastern Palace. We don't have the book yet. We do have the gloves, and we do have the mirror and the moon pearl. So we can get into the Desert Palace alternatively. Although I think we've already done that since we have 2 pendants and 2 of the crystals. Hopefully the sound quality from here on is better. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on with that, so I will let you know. It seems for the most part that the mic was not picking me up as clearly as it was before, which is odd in of itself. Ow. Alright, come on. No. Bad. Alright, let me just adjust settings here. Oh no, we still have to do the Desert Palace, so I guess that's where we're going to go. Oops, wrong button there. Alright, so let's just recover these couple of hearts, and then instead of heading out to be smacked by him, we'll just go out and thing. I have to hit start, that's right. Getting used to the way I have the buttons set up on the keyboard with getting used to the way I have the buttons set up on the keyboard currently, because I have them set up differently for doing something else on the emulator that I might actually record and show later a run of. And so we also need, so this entranceway is rather convoluted because you need the pearl and the moonstone, or the mirror and the moon pearl, to get up there. And then you need the glove to lift that rock. So that's like 4 items you potentially need. Alright, sorry, I'm just really used to not having to use start to pull up this menu. That's right, I need the... Oh, I do have the book. Okay, huh. This is, oops, kind of unneeded then. Stop that. Alright, so we can use the book here. Wait for these things to switch around, although it would have been slightly quicker to just use the mirrors, those winning through that prey animation and the stones turning. And we shall finish the Desert Palace over here. Yeah, we shall now finish the Desert Palace since we had a way inside. Yeah. Hookshot's pretty strong. I will show what this item is, and that it isn't of importance. It's just bombs. So thankfully we did not need the Pegasus boots to finish this, because there can still be a key that sits on top of there, or even the big key can sit up there. Alright, so lately I've been playing Spider-Man because I waited to get that, and believe it or not, Fallout, because it still has potential, and playing it with a friend, it can still be rather fun. That was close. Thankfully that block protected me from that second shot there. Ouch. Okay, so move around here, try to avoid these. There's our key. Yeah, they trick you this time thinking you might have to actually wait for all of the floor tiles to break when they shoot at you, but you actually just have to find a key and open that door, as it does not there you go, there's another key in that pot there. And we should find one, yep, there. As opposed to where you had to wait for those enemies to all take themselves out previously. Not the case here. Oop, wrong key. I should probably switch those two for this. There we go. Although that is not needed for this. He's just kind of in the way. What we actually have to do here to move forward is light these 4 torches. Oh, we don't have the big key. Alright, let's switch back there. So that means the big key is back in the initial room we entered. Here I was thinking we kind of already had that to move forward. Oh well, you learn. So I'm going to record a couple of these, and then I'm probably going to do a bit of Spider-Man and some more Fallout, if you believe it or not. In case anyone's wondering about Dragon Quest, I had beaten the actual game and gotten pretty far into the post-game. I'd taken out a number of bosses, done a lot of the side quests. Ugh, freaking thing's not letting me hit them. You can actually check this tablet as well with the Moonstone and Pearl. I think this is a fairy, and even though it's only a couple hearts, I would like to have my health topped off here. Alright, there we go. Well done, let us have a cup of tea. Right, so basically your cue for this, if you're not too sure. Oh, that's right, we have to be in the dark world. So I can't do that right now. I'd have to like go to the lake and use that portal, then come over here and switch back. It's a bit of a weird circumstance. Okay, so let's see, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, we actually kind of went too far. So let's head back over this way. That would be my phone. Ow, freaking enemies. The vultures are massively annoying. And I still have a vulture following me. I thought in a patch of this they'd actually just like skip these animations with the book and the stones to make it easier. Or not easier, but quicker, but I guess not. Give me 1 second here. Take care of something. Keep the phone from... Wow, and a couple of things sitting right there. It's a good thing you're kind of invulnerable right inside the door. Considering it wasn't even taking that long. Alright, so we need a key to get in there. So our objective now is to find at least that key. Which is most likely in here somewhere. If I remember, that room is a trap. It's just a room full of enemies. And it does not give you anything. Yep. That's right, you can hit these regular ones with a sword. There's what we want. Aha, and there's the key that we needed. Alright, so let me switch back to the hookshot, because even though it stuns, it actually does do damage. And it does like 2 to 3 hearts of damage if I'm engaging that properly from my experience with the game. Grab the bomb that guy dropped. Let's head back on over this way. And in case you're potentially wondering, that room behind that BMOS is a fairy room. But we're at full health, and I don't really need to risk getting shot for that. Wait for the BMOS to spin around so I don't get shot there. We're just going to head on through. And because these couple of doors with flying floor tiles are already open, we're just going to head on through and avoid getting hit by them. But these guys we do have to hit again. Ow. Ow! I'm just going to wait for the eye there, because we already took 2 hits. Move out of the way of that shot. Ooh, thankfully we didn't get shot there at all. Go back through the quote-unquote boss door, because they usually have that symbol in front of them. And since this is already opened up, we can just move past them and open the door to the actual boss. And I think this one might always be the same. I don't think they can really change it. Oh, getting 3 hits on me like that. Trying to time these as they pop out. There we go. Got him. Let's see what we have rewarded for here. The dungeon map. Not the best item. Just a dungeon item, so it doesn't really do us any good. Alright, so let's see. That gave us the 3rd crystal there. Still can't get to Hospitala's item because that pendant is in the Dark World. Okay, we could potentially actually do Misery Mire because we do have 1 pendant. And even if it was possible to go into Turtle Rock, because we don't even have the Cane of Sumaria, let alone the Fire and Ice Rods, there's no way we can beat that. Because you need the cane just to traverse it, and the 2 rods are needed to beat it, the boss. Ouch! I just checked, make sure. I thought I might have had 1 rod or... From wandering around, I'm pretty sure I actually know where only one of those rods is to begin with. This is more so why I wanted to check. I wasn't sure if we got it or if it was just we found one but we couldn't grab it at the moment. Okay, so now we're using this portal to go to the Dark World solely for the purpose of activating that 1 tablet to check the item inside. I hate how annoying those bombing mushrooms are. Stop! You obnoxious flying piece of fungus. Alright. We accidentally left, so... need to lift this rock back. That one that's up there is far enough away where he hopefully doesn't... Spot doesn't come close enough to do any harm before we get up there. Okay, so now to do what I was going to do with this section here. But I forgot we had to come in from the Dark World to do it. Otherwise you can't use the mirror. So you go past those posts where the ground was differently colored over here in the Dark World. And then use the mirror and you can get up here to this tablet. Pull out the book. And let's see what the Bombos is. Oh jeez, it's rupees. And funnily enough, the Bombos and Ether Medallion animations still take effect. Alright, so as you can see, we've actually now done all 3 dungeons in the Light World. And we have done the Palace of Darkness and Blind's dungeon in the Dark World, I'm pretty darn sure. We can do his item, which I might do here in a moment. Come on, people. And bash left and right there. I lost 3 hearts. That's a bit much. Okay, we've already checked the spot with the shovel for the ocarina, for what that item is. And we've already showed him the ocarina in the Dark World for his turn-in. We don't have the mushroom yet to do that, and we've done the digging game. As you can see, we've gotten a lot of stuff, but there are still a number of things missing, mainly one of the swords and all 3 shields. Switch this to something a little more useful. And we don't have the silver arrows yet either. And the cane of, and the fire and ice rod and the cane of Sumaria at least. If I recall, to get one of those rods, we actually need the cape 2 in logic, so that would be something else. Head down this way and go over to the village here. I'm probably going to go a little bit past 20 minutes because all we really did was finish that dungeon at the moment. But I'm not going to drag it up, this video on too long, so don't worry about that. Don't want to drop down there. I think we've... oh, I can't check if they're right. I think that was just rupees, so we're not going to deal with that. I already got the item from the Bugnet kid. Already got that chest. I'm pretty sure we have all the chests here in the Light World. Yeah, we do, pretty much, because it's one of the first things that I tend to do is... As I was saying, that's usually one of the first things I tend to do after Sanctuary is head over to Kakariko Village because the number of chests that are there. So now I have to lift that rock back up and we can head down into here. And I'm pretty sure one of our pendants... Yep, Blinds is done. We also need the fire rod to finish Skull Woods. And we don't have the fire rod or Bombos to do Ice Palace. So yeah, that rod's needed for at least 2 to 3 things. It looks like we're not going to be getting Hosrula's item quite yet because that is Turtle Rock. And like I said, I don't have the Cane of Sumaria or the 2 rods to beat the boss. We might be able to do Misery Mire though, but I know we can do Swamp because we got the hook shot and the flippers. So Blind, you are done. In fact, if I recall. Back the heck away from me, you ugly creep. Okay, so as I was saying, we might have the medallion for Misery Mire, and I know if we do that we can do it. Just give me a moment here. Alright, so we might have already checked this. Let's do the pegs, but we mainly came here to get the treasure chest for the one guy. If this is something completely useless, then we're not even going to bother grabbing it after we see what it is. Rupees, okay, nope. So the main reason we came to the Dark World is in this house is supposed to be the chest for that guy. And I'm curious as to why it's been moved or it's not there. I'm pretty sure we didn't give it to him. Walk in here. I think this might have just been a shop. Nope, that was one of the chests. I will probably end this episode here and figure out what to do next. Well, like I said, we could actually potentially do Misery Mire, or do the Swamp Palace. So I keep hitting that. Again, I'm used to something else I've gotten into on emulator, so Start isn't used to pull up a menu like this and that. Alright, so let's go to the mirror. Then we'll go to the Ocarina. And we're actually going to check which medallion is needed for here. But while we're also here, we're going to grab the shed. Because there's like 3 chests in the shed here at Misery Mire. That can potentially have stuff for us, and you need to die. Here is our shed. Oop. Okay, those are going around the middle right now. So we're going to go around the outside. Push that, push you, and push that. Alright, well there's one of the canes. It's not particularly progress, but it does give us another item and bombs, alright? So now we're going to see if we can actually get into Misery Mire or not. We actually just walk over here. Oh good, we do have the medallion, okay. I might as well start it since we're here. Since we do have the level 3 sword and the red tunic. Alright, and I'm going to end this here because we are getting close to 25 minutes. So sorry to cliffhanger like this, but in the next video of Link to the Past Randomizer with Dark Link here, we will head into Misery Mire. Until then, everybody, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you've been enjoying, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.